It's your baby hawk.
Welcome to Flight Test. I'm Josh. This is Josh. Don't wake the baby. The baby's sleeping. Hey, welcome to Flight Test. I'm Josh, and this is Josh.
Hi.
And today we have the baby hawk. He's just a little baby.
Tiny little thing.
Yeah.
If you guys have gone back a couple months, you noticed that there's a little mini quad that we've been really fascinated with called Gremlins.
Mm-hmm.
And the neat thing about the Gremlins is they're DIY. We're trying to bring back what we're doing in model aviation fixed wing with multi-rotors, where you can design your own frame, share those designs, things like that. But you know what? Not everybody is able to solder really good. Not everyone's able to tune. There's a lot of still hurdles that you need to go over. And the neat thing about this is all the gear, all the electronics that were in our Gremlins are found right here in this baby hawk, and all you need to do is put a receiver to it.
Yes, it's a plug and play, right?
It's plug and play, yep.
So it's ready to go.
So obviously we've been having a lot of fun with the Gremlins, but what we really want to do is tell people what this little baby hawk is for and who's it best for, because everyone's gotten a chance to fly it.
Yeah, even me. This is actually the first micro quad that I've ever flown FPV, which was really, really cool. And it's great. I think it's great for beginners. It's got the prop guards, and it was just a really easy platform to fly.
It's a real robust system.
Yeah, it has the auto level.
You even have one in your office.
I do have one in my office now because I loved it so much. And you know, it just took just a few minutes to get the hang of it. My first couple flights were short, very short, but then I got the hang of it and I was whipping through the basketball hoops and I almost made a basket too.
That's pretty darn
It
good.
was really close.
Well, you definitely got to experience how durable it was, right?
Yeah, I can't make baskets in real life anyway, so it's okay. But yeah, it is definitely durable.
Yeah. Now there's a couple different modes on this. You got horizon mode and you got angle mode. The neat thing about horizon mode is when you push the stick past a certain degree, it'll still roll for you, but once you release the sticks, it'll auto level, and the tune for that is amazing.
Yeah.
Oftentimes your flight experiences all comes down to how it's tuned. And Alex Zavada was having a lot of fun flying it in the back here. He was ripping through, going around beams, going around outside. This can fly indoors and outdoors, and with the prop guards, you can bump into a lot of stuff, but you're not going to break your props.
Right.
Along with that, you have an 800 TV line camera that has the 25 milliwatt receiver built into it.
This is the camera that comes with it.
The cool thing, if you notice here, you got a whip antenna, which means when you hit things, it's not going to break your little pom-pom or your helical antenna on top.
Whip it good. Now you have a 23-degree angle of bank, right?
Yeah.
Which is not a whole lot, but it's like...
It doesn't seem like
Do the
much,
job.
but at that angle, when you're flying with the horizontal, this thing will pick up and move quickly. Don't let the size fool you on this. It may be really small, but the power is ridiculous. Even on a 2-cell, and this is also 3-cell capable. So when you start out with a 2-cell, you're going to be able to fly it outdoors, indoors. You're going to have plenty of speed. I think about 4-to-1 power ratio. So you're not going to be able to have any issues with flips, rolls if you're an advanced pilot, or going through basketball hoops. Now, one really cool thing about this, whenever you get these little mini quads, is oftentimes, it's kind of hard. You got to 3D print your own little case to carry them in. Emax took care of this by giving a really nice box that actually has knockouts for the batteries.
Ooh.
Look at that.
Right there.
So you can actually pull these little guys out and you can store all your batteries right in here.
Cool.
And it doubles as a carrying case.
Nice.
And if you look down,
there it is.
Yeah, if you look down below here, it gives you a spot for all your props and stuff.
Look at your twin brother.
Put a lot of energy into making sure this can travel with you safely and it's not going to get banged up.
Sweet.
And if it does get banged up, they give you a full line of replaceable parts. You can even change your color and your props and things like that as well too. Make it a little bit custom.
That's really cool.
The stock recommended battery for this is a 300 milliamp, but what we oftentimes like to do is we like to go up to closer to 450, 500. The weight's really not going to be that noticeable, and the flight times are going to be much longer for you. The battery that we like to use is this little 2-cell 450 milliamp by Hyperion. It's a 50C battery, so you don't have to worry about puffing it or wearing it out from excess amp draw. This will drink a little bit of amps at full throttle and punch out.
Now the motors, these are brushless motors, right?
Absolutely, yep. These are 1104 brushless motors, 5250 kV. That means for every volt that you put into this, you're going to get 5,250 RPM per volt. So these things really put out a lot of power. Along with that, you also have a 6 amp ESC, which is going to give it that power. And that's why if you take 6 amps times 4, that's 24 amps total.
Good math.
Thank you very much.
Genius.
You want to make sure you have a battery that can handle that burst strength and stuff of taking 24 amps all of a sudden.
Right.
The neat thing about this also is you can go up to a 3-cell. We tested this and tested it and tested some more. The motors did just fine. It didn't go over those 6 amps per ESC. But what you do want to make sure is that you are flying in an open space. You don't want to be going through an indoor area with a 3-cell battery. Just too much power.
Yeah.
Along with these 1104 motors, they're also mounted to 2, 3, 4, 5 props. So
see if you can remember that.
yeah, that's 2.345 inch tri-blade props that they spin. Very powerful and a lot quieter than most of the other little mini quads in the industry. But that is also one down part about it. We've been flying our Gremlins quite a bit. And have you noticed a little bit of noise difference between the two?
Yeah, this is definitely louder.
Yeah, definitely louder. I think it's honestly the harmonics between the prop guards and the little plastic body compared to ours, which is kind of a little bit more out in the open.
It's a musical thing.
It's a musical thing. It's a noisy thing. You're not going to be able to buzz this through your living room or in the back garage without it being heard a little bit more than the other ones. So just keep that in mind.
Another thing is that the camera, you can't swap it out.
Yeah.
So the camera is what the camera is.
Yeah, we talked about one of the benefits with this little omnidirectional whip antenna being that it's much more durable. But one thing we noticed, even though it has an 800 TV line camera, we actually prefer the Hyperion camera that we saw with our Gremlins a little bit more. That's saying you're not going to have a bad experience with it, but if you're flying like you guys were flying in gymnasium and all around the church, there was a lot more static than with our Hyperion cameras with the little circular polarized antenna. But if you're like me, like you, we crash a lot. And these antennas oftentimes will break and we find ourselves replacing them.
Yeah. Overall, for a beginner, it's really great. The price point is great. Prop guard's great. It's durable. I think it's great.
You're talking about a $100 quad, receiver ready, with brushless power and insane performance, and also really good flight time. So it's really a respectable quad. I can honestly see everyone having one of these in their backpacks. And also, if you like DIY, if you like creating your own frames, we're networking with the community, and we're going to be putting out 2 to 3 Gremlin frames a month.
Nice.
And actually putting free plans down that you can download. We'll have 3D print files. We even have STEM programs all built around those Gremlins. But if you're new to the hobby and soldering intimidates you, this is a great option for you.
Now, if you're interested in the more unique design of the Gremlin, or you don't really want to solder anything, you can actually get a pre-built Gremlin made by one of our guys, TJ or Ian, and they're actually going to fly it for you. They're going to build it for you. You get an autographed picture. They'll take your Gremlin out on a couple dates before they send it to you.
Make a couple memories with it.
Yeah, you know, it'll be loved.
And along with the Delrin kits that come in our 1104 power packs or Gremlin packs, we're also going to be coming out with some carbon fiber frames too, of the ones that people like the most, like TJ's frame.
Cool. Now, these are available now, right?
Yeah, a matter of fact, the Gremlins, the Baby Hawk, they're all available now. Also, they did a really good job with bringing tons of different colors and replacement parts. We're going to have those featured on the store too.
Cool.
Along with that, we're also going to have the receiver option where you can make it a bind and fly instead of a plug and fly. All you need to do is tell us what receiver you want with us. We'll put it in, test fly it, ship it to your door.
Nice. Well, thanks you guys for watching, and make sure you guys subscribe. We release videos almost every single day of the week, so you don't want to miss a single one. See you next time.